Hi, this is Mrs. Slater, and today we're going to divide polynomials. And the first one we're going to do is divide into monomials. Monomials are single terms, like the 2x that you see below and the 3x. Those are considered monomials. And then it's a polynomial because there's there's going to be 2, 3, or 4 terms on the top. So when you see a monomial, the first thing we're going to do is factor. So always find the GCF. And then the second thing is we're going to cancel as much as possible. So on the first trinomial, there is an x in common, so we're going to take that out. And then it doesn't factor anymore because there's no factors of 6, so we're going to give you 16, and that's going to be divided by 2x. Now what's in common is the x, so we can cancel that out. The x is gone, leaving me with the final answer of x squared plus 16x plus 6 all over 2. Okay, so then on the next one, if we're going to divide by 3x, same problem but in a different look. Really, it's the same thing as saying divided by 3x. So if you want to just get rid of that, you can. And then take out what's in common. So for example, the 3x is in common on the top, leaving us with 4x squared plus x plus 2 all over 3x. And if you notice, the 3x's are exactly the same, so those are going to be crossed out, leaving us with the final answer of 4x squared plus x plus 2. Okay, so now let's look at the next one. We are dividing into binomials this time. So on the first two examples, you see that x minus 2, that's a binomial, and then the x plus 3, we're dividing by a binomial. So that's what it's referring to. The steps that you're going to have to take to get there is always check for factoring, and that is for GCF, and any type of factoring. And then you're going to divide by long division. So I'll show you how to do that. And then you're just going to do long division, and you're going to repeat a process. And I'll show you that very soon. Okay, so this third example, we want to check for anything that factors. For example, x squared plus 3x minus 10 factors into x plus 5, and then x minus 2. And then you can divide that by x minus 2. So if it does factor, and look for GCF, I actually go back to your steps and put factor also. So if it factors, and then you're dividing by something that's exactly the same, you can go ahead and cancel those out, leaving us with the final answer of x plus 5. So you always want to look for that first, because that's definitely the easiest route. But then when the polynomials are not so nice, for example, there are no factors of 8 that are going to give me 5, so I can't factor and cancel and make it easy. So I've got to get rid of that. So on these two, both of them work the same way, where we cannot factor the original, so we're going to set up long division. Okay, and in long division, lately you've probably just used your calculator when it comes to big numbers. Well, we have to kind of go back to our previous grades and solve. Okay, so the trinomial, I want you to put inside of the division symbol, or the house, or whatever. You've got x plus 3 on the outside. That is called the divisor, and that's going to be on the outside. And we look to see how many times does x go into x squared. So this is what your brain should be thinking. What is that value inside the blank that I can make that work? Well, it would be x. So then I would put the x up above here. Okay, let me get rid of that. So that's the first thing. You check to see how many times x goes into x squared. Then you're going to multiply that through. So we're taking x, and we're going to multiply x times x plus 3, which is the distributive property. So you just take x. Sorry for the mess-ups. And anyway, so when you distribute, you get x squared plus 3x, and you're going to place that underneath the first two terms. Okay, so this is where you are going to now subtract the two of them. and you end up with 0 when you put these two together is 0, and then when you put these two together you get 2x. Now notice I subtracted both of them. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, then we start the process over again. So x times what value is going to give me 2x? There's the 2x I'm talking about. And if you said 2, you are correct. So we're going to place a 2 on the top of the long division and then multiply it through, so you get 2x plus 6. And how I multiply that through is taking x plus 3 and multiplying it by the 2 that I just found. So it's just a little distributive property. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract. We're going to subtract the 2 of them. So this one is going to be subtracted. And then you end up with 0 again, which is what we want to happen, and then 2. Now there's no other number over here in this area, so I know that I have to just stop there, and then that's going to be the remainder. Okay, and then since my computer is acting a little strange, I am going to stop there, and I would like you to try the next the next problem, which is this one, example number 5, because it is very similar to example 4. And then we're just going to work these next 2 in class. This is the case of the missing term. Okay, so anyway, it is giving me all sorts of trouble, but it's supposed to be missing and term right there. And then I'll show you the rest tomorrow. Sorry for all these technical difficulties, and it's going to be a really short video because of it. Make sure you are going to have example 5 done, and then we'll finish the rest in class. Have a good day.